Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Pete. We are covering the Driffield Junction to Malton Railway. This line was finally closed down in 1948, and at this point we've now reached Settrington station. This is the final station before we reach Malton. You'll be able to see it there behind me. But what we're going to do is we're going to look around this station and see what there is left of it. I've been granted special permission to come onto the property and have a look around and see what remains. And let's continue on and let's have a look at what we can find. We're here on the trackbed right now. That way there goes back to North Grimston and the 3 viaduct bridge, which was in the last episode. And if we go down this way, that is towards Settrington station. Now somewhere around here a photograph was taken about there looking towards where I am, and it shows a building which we think was here. But what we have remains of here are sleepers. First ones. Look at the condition of these. Absolutely rotten through. But we've also got brickwork down here. If we go over here, our kid's been having a rummage around. He's found some ironwork, a slate tile. This ironwork here looks like, there we go, down there. That looks distinctly like guttering. More sleepers there. And this is where we think there was some kind of junction or signal box. We've got more sleepers here. You can even see where the shoes were with the ironwork still in there. Being used as fence posts now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand back and I'm going to show you this ground and the shape of it. Because when I get back down, when I get alongside the platform here, I'm going to face this way. And I'm going to try and match a photo up later in the video, and you'll see there was some kind of signal box here. You can definitely see a shape in the ground of where something was. I'll continue down there and get down towards the platform. We've just come from down here. I think the old signal type box would have been there. I've stood here and I've taken a photograph taken this way, and right here we've got the edge of the platform now. This is a raised platform. This was done in the late 1890s. As you can see, it's got the coping stones on the top there, but sadly when we go to the next part of the platform where it's all raised, they are all missing. There is some gate posts here still. That is just before the drop off to the edge of that platform there. And then as we look this way towards the train station, this is all definitely wide enough for 2 tracks, and it was 2 tracks, and this is where the sidings are. So the coal sidings are now going off up that direction. The train station is the white gable end here. And if you can see that gable end there, that was a weighbridge. I believe that was the only weighbridge on the line. There are some photographs taken from around here of train going up onto the siding, so I'll be matching these up and I'll be putting them all in at some point. Now, this is the platform. We were just up there where it goes down. This is now a rise for the coal drops. There is a lot of erosion here, so it just looks more like a slope rather than an embankment. And then if I continue to go over here, it's a bit more prominent. That is towards the coal drops up there. Again, we've got land erosion going here. Now where you can see that black line there, that's a roof. And what they've done here is they've utilised these coal drops and turned them into sheds, which I will go around and show you. So now I've come down to where the coal drops were. This is the embankment here, and these walls, with each one of these, are demarcation lines of where each coal drop was. And we've got one in there, 2, 3, 4 of those. Still intact, in really good condition, because they have utilised these walls and built sheds from them, or garages, whatever. And now you can see the back of it. And if we look here, this is just the edge of the property, and that's what we've got down the back of there. Now what's unique about this one is the weighbridge. That's the station house, we'll come to that shortly. This property has got sleepers all over it. It is an estate house, this one now, and apparently they kept a lot of sleepers and put them to use at later on. Now we've got some big concrete copings there. They could potentially have been off the platform. So this was the weighbridge. It was likely here. It's now kennels. There's nothing left of that, but we've got the original building here. And luckily for us, we've been allowed to go inside because there is something quite special in there. This is what we're looking at here. Beautiful bit of brickwork around the chimney, and as we go inside, not used for much at the moment. The gentleman that owns the property is proud to live here, with it being an old railway property and one that sadly is no longer open. He's got some maps on the wall of the place. But what's brilliant about this particular one is that is the chimney breast as we go down. The original fireplace is still there, and the hearth is still there. I'll just go in for a closer look at the detail on that for you. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. What a beautiful little building. Look at the detail on the window. Just a simple arch, and yet it just looks so special. We'll come back outside, close the door, and then we'll come over to film the house. There is some special detailing on this property here, and I'll go into that in a moment. So Settrington station originally opened on the 1st of the 6th, 1853, and as I've mentioned before, they all had low 18-inch platforms. That is this one here. It did close to passengers, this building, in 1950 and completely closed in 1958. It's an absolutely beautiful building, really good condition. It is lived in and it is part of an estate property. It had 2 sidings, one for coal, which is that one there, and one for livestock, although it didn't have a platform. It had a removable ramp, and there was apparently a private siding for some lime works. Now where you can see those trees growing there, that was a quarry, so whether it was that one or a one further up there, I'm not certain. So as with pretty much all these train stations, the platform was raised and a renovation happened, adding this building here, which is a waiting room, and a raised platform which you can see all the way up there. Now you'll notice here that this has got all the copings on it, and then when we get to the edge where it starts being a raised platform, there are no copings on it until you get right to the end where I showed you. With it being an estate property, they saw fit to remove all these copings and repurpose them throughout the property anywhere. Now you've got that bricked up part there, and if I show you what's behind this here, you can see another brick platform there. That would have been likely for some controls, for some points or something. Not certain, but we did come across that on Burdale. It's had a bit of renovation underneath here with these bricks. And the property is absolutely beautiful. You can see where the original doorway was moved there. And these were waiting rooms and toilets, which was probably this end one here. But something I'm going to draw your attention to is these air bricks in the shape of wagon wheels. Absolutely amazing. And then if we go around to this side of the property, we've got wagon wheels there and an extension to the property here. Really tall chimneys. And that is Settrington Station. As we leave Settrington Station behind us, the crossing is here. I'll just film the crossing. And I can't thank the gentleman enough for letting us on his land to be able to take this video, film inside the shed. I just can't thank him enough. So the train platform's here. It would have gone through here, along straight through that hedge, and there would have been a crossing here, which is long gone, and then it enters a cut-in, which is what you can see there. Now that just looks like a dip because it has all been backfilled. There is a farmer's field over there, and if I remember, I'll put in an aerial photo of the side-by-side maps to show you where this cutting went. It's all been backfilled for a good few 100 metres, and it's all farmland above there. And next we've got the second tunnel. Yep, that's right, the second tunnel on this line, and we'll be filming that next. It is difficult to see what's going on from the ground, but that was a cut-in that was ahead of me. It's all been backfilled, so we'll go to the side-by-side map and zoom it in so we can see where we're at Settrington. This is the station, and you can see the cut-in there next to where it says 180. All that is field that has been backfilled now. On the left hand side map you can see that it's marked as a cut-in, but on the right side map you can just see it now as a shadow in the field. On the ground that does have a little delve in it, so you can kind of see it, but not as clear as this from above. And then that takes us to Settrington Tunnel. People will argue that this is a bridge, but I can assure you it is a tunnel at just over 200 metres in